my ex-partner's mom sneered. She's merely here to humiliate herself. Yet as I trailed my ex into the court, the judge abruptly paused. Can you imagine the sick satisfaction of seeing your ex? The man who tried to destroy your life sitting in court smirking confidently, surrounded by his expensive lawyers and his disgusting family? He thought he'd buried me. He thought he'd won. But what he didn't know? The retired federal judge taking a quiet seat behind me that morning was about to make his entire empire of lies crumble into dust. My name is Claire Monroe, and at 29, I walked into that courtroom. For 3 long years, Ethan, my ex-husband, had been busy painting me as unstable, vindictive, unfit. He'd destroyed my reputation, tried to strip away the only family I had left. But while he was weaving his web of deceit, I was building something he never could, a foundation made of cold, hard truth. And today, everything was about to change. I remember standing outside the courthouse, the October sunlight glinting off the granite steps. It felt too bright, almost mocking, for the battle that was about to begin. My hands were steady, curled loosely around the strap of my leather bag. I'd learned that stillness could be a weapon, that silence could sometimes scream louder than any shout. That's when I saw him. Ethan Hale, striding up the steps like he owned the world, flanked by his silver-haired, impeccably suited lawyer and his mother, Margaret. She wore pearls and an expression of smug certainty that made my stomach churn. Ethan's laugh cut through the morning air, sharp, cruel, exactly the same laugh I'd heard 1,000 times during our marriage when he thought he'd won. He spotted me, then leaned towards his lawyer, his voice just loud enough for me to hear. Look at her. Pathetic. She actually thinks she has a chance. I didn't flinch. I stopped flinching 2 years ago. What Ethan didn't know, what none of them knew, was that this wasn't just about our failed marriage anymore. This wasn't about splitting assets or settling scores. This trial was about Leia, my beautiful, feisty 15-year-old sister. The girl I'd raised since our parents died in that car accident when she was 7. The girl Ethan had tried to snatch from me by convincing a court I was mentally unstable, unfit, even dangerous. He'd painted me as the villain in his carefully constructed story. The obsessive ex-wife, the unstable woman who couldn't let go. But I'd been painting my own picture, stroke by careful stroke, for 3 years. And today, that canvas would finally be unveiled. Inside my mind, I could still see Leia's face from this morning, hopeful and terrified all at once. Her dark hair pulled back, her hands gripping mine as she promised to be brave. I told her to stay home, that she didn't need to see this horror. But she'd insisted, waiting at a cafe 2 blocks away with my best friend, Ava. You can't protect me from everything, Clara, she'd said, and the truth of it had broken something in my chest. I'd been trying to protect her from Ethan since the day I realized what he truly was. Memories. Full story video added in below.